The book of Matthew isn't written when Google says it is. The key to understanding when Matthew was written is to understand who Matthew was writing to. In Mark and Luke's Gospels, they explain Jewish customs to their readers, such as Mark 7:2-4, but Matthew writes about Jewish customs, already assuming that his audience knows what he's talking about. Ceremonial washings, Matthew 15:2, the temple tax, Matthew 17, phylacteries and tassels, Matthew 23. Now Matthew begins his Gospel with the genealogy of Jesus the Messiah, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Now to a Gentile audience, this wouldn't mean that much, but to the Jews, the Messiah had to come from the line of David. Now Matthew directly and indirectly references Old Testament scriptures more than any other gospel writer. And Matthew goes one step further and writes about the fulfillment of these prophecies from the Old Testament. For example, Jesus' birth to a virgin fulfills the prophecy of Isaiah 7:14. His family escapes to Egypt fulfills Hosea 11:1. His ministry in Galilee fulfills Isaiah 9:2. In Matthew 23, Jesus prophesied the destruction of the city of Jerusalem and the temple, and that would happen in their generation. And this also fulfills prophecies made by Daniel. Now keep in mind, in order for Jesus to be the Jewish Messiah as promised, we must go to Daniel 9, where the Messiah will come after the temple is rebuilt. He will die and then the temple destroyed. Now if Matthew wrote his gospel after 70 AD, you're going to tell me that Matthew, after witnessing the destruction of the temple and Jerusalem, failed to mention it, but writes about 10 other prophetic fulfillments about Jesus being Messiah, but fails to mention the one that truly vindicates him? The reason Matthew didn't write about it? Because it hadn't happened yet.